So our last day of stims, final one, we are going to do now. Last Gon or F? Are you excited?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah, kind of. It's just all gone by in a bit of a blur, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been weird.
Oh, it hurts.
We're done.
Found a spot. I don't know, I'm scared because I look at it and I think that might be the last stim I ever do. Let's say if it's not.
Dun, 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 dun,
We're
dun.
done! We're done, 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 done. It's not as exciting this time, is it? But actually I feel a lot more at peace this time than I did last time.
For what reason?
I think when you know how it works, you're not as anxious, and I think we are much more grounded and much more realistic, which, although it isn't the most romantic of situations to be in, it's better to just have that knowledge and not dance into it with all these grand expectations. So I think if we have a low fertilization rate like last time, you know, we've said we're going to go straight online to find another donor, you know, the same day. Well, maybe not the same day, but, you know, start the search the same day. So I think we're much more focused in what we need to do. So yeah, we've just whizzed through it, haven't we?
Yeah. Really weird.
Muriel's had lots of very insightful things to say, mainly, yeah. And we thank her for that.
Because we know if I say more than 3 words, someone else is going to be like, blah, 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 blah.
That's rude. Here we go, trigger shot time. How are you feeling?
Trigger shot, I feel like...
How are you feeling about the trigger shot?
I feel great.
You feel good?
I want to trigger it.
We just ate our dinner, hence all the washing up over there. And we just had our standard text from the clinic saying, "You, trigger, now, have you done the trigger?" And we're like, ah!
Reply, yes or no.
We've got 5 minutes, so we're being very strict and waiting to bang on 9 o'clock. But I think the clinic will text me again shortly saying, "You, trigger, have you triggered? Tell us now." You give me my present afterwards, yeah?
Yeah. Should I need to find something?
It says 8:59, and I'm a bit scared about where to inject. Shall I actually put it in? And I can wait till 9 o'clock to press it, just because I think I might have some trouble.
Okay. And I'm proud to say that is exactly, it's 9 on the microwave, it's not here.
I'm going for it.
8:59.
Yeah? Or you want me to wait till 9?
I'm 9.
Yeah?
Go.
See 0.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Done?
We've done it. And we triggered!
Oh, I really don't want to see this again until it's you.
Yippee!
So we've just texted the clinic saying yes, because they were saying, "Trigger, now, have you done your trigger, now, where are you, are you alive, are you dead, are you alive, are you dead?" We put yes. So hopefully they will stop now.
Leave us alone now, we want to sleep.
We can go to bed. Well, it's 9 o'clock, so we're not saying living alive, but we're so tired. We're going to go to bed and watch TV, basically. So we're hoping to go up now, chill. So excited for no injections tomorrow. So excited to work all day. And egg collection Friday, yeah, bring it on. We're ready. We are on the way over the speed bumps. Woo! How are you feeling, Muriel? Stressed. Yeah. I didn't sleep that well. I kept waking up. I think half because of the anxiety and stress of it, and half because of I am now very uncomfortable. And I couldn't, I tend to sleep on my side, and either side that I turned, it was like, oh, pain. So looking forward to getting this done now. And as we were saying a moment ago, I think there's definitely a relief because of us having to shield, and it wasn't just a case of us contracting COVID and the treatment being cancelled, but showing any sign, any symptom of COVID. So even if we've got a common cold and I suddenly had a sore throat, I would have been told to isolate until I could get a test, and that whole process may have taken a number of days, which would still have resulted in treatment cancellation. So I think to get to egg collection and know that, okay, we're here, we made it, is a big relief in itself. Obviously the next scare is numbers, and will we get similar to last time? Last time we got 12. We know, well, we're anticipating getting less this time, but you know, how many less? 10 would be great, 5 would be pretty traumatic, but you know, we'll see. And yeah, let's see if ICSI works as well, because that's going to be a huge the biggest change for us in the cycle so far, and we will talk you through later at some point the changes that we've implemented in the cycle, and yeah, let's see if it makes a difference. So we're actually here super early, so we might as well talk through it now.
Yeah.
It's 30th of October, and it's really funny in there in the clinic and the reception they've got all this Halloween stuff. They've got like balloons and spiders and caution tape, so I'm like, yeah, it's almost like you're going to a Halloween party, but you're not. So changes we have implemented for this cycle are 3 things. Yeah, one is ICSI, because the sperm did a very poor job of binding to my eggs last time, so we've got an issue with our donor sperm, and we're told that ICSI will make the necessary difference. We'll see. Second one is embryoscope, which is instead of the embryos being kind of kept in the standard IVF, I don't know what the words are, dishes, I suppose, Petri dishes, and moved around every time the embryologist wants to check them. Instead of that, they are kept in a very secure, I don't know what you'd call it, container? Kind of, I don't know, the special container thing that keeps them supposedly safe, and it's closer to as if it would be in your womb. And it means the embryologist doesn't have to move them around every time they check them, and that they can just look through the special machine and see them. So basically it stops them being moved around, which is sometimes meant to help. And the final thing is embryo glue. So if we make it to transfer, we're going to use some embryo glue. I think we just thought we'll throw everything we can at it. I am a IVF warrior. We've got this. Stressed, stressed, stressed. But Muriel is, I think, 10 times more stressed than me.
Yeah.
You're saying you hate waiting. Why?
Because you just, I don't know.
Nearly there. Any minute now. That's so funny. You okay, Muriel? We are here in the room. I have to get changed into that gown now, so bear with me. Muriel is helping tie the back of this, because if not, I'm going to flash the world, so we're getting there. I have no idea what's going on. I'm so tired, and I'm in a lot more pain than I was last time. I also thought I was going to be sick, which has not happened before. I have not been sick, but I feel so much more pain. Last time I don't really remember feeling much pain, just discomfort. But this time I feel pain. And I probably got like 1 egg and I'll be like, fucking hell, almost there.
Test is positive, yeah?
At least it's done now. And I'm cold.
It's very cold here.
We just heard we got 14 and I was just crying, so much better than last time we got 12. We thought we were going to go down, not up. So like, we don't know how many are mature, maybe only like 6 mature, fuck knows, but that's much more than we ever could have asked for. So maybe that's why I'm in more pain, which is fine if it means more eggs. Yeah, we just burst into tears, didn't we? Mm. But I've been quite good under the sedation this time. I haven't said anything wild, have I?
No. It wasn't funny at all this time.
I'm going to drink my tea now. Look at that. And it's already time to go. That is the sign of a very wild party. Are you calmer now?
Oh yeah.
Feeling a bit better?
Yeah, I mean, since so long as soon as we arrived inside the clinic, I felt much better. It's just the waiting in the car that's just like, just killing you. I mean, it's killing me.
We're done. Let's go home and watch some Netflix.
Hey.
It is, what time? It's about 6 hours later and we're at the click and collect as we do every Friday. Muriel is kindly putting all the stuff in the back. This also seems to be an egg collection day tradition. So I'm feeling okay. I definitely feel, I think, in more pain than my last egg collection. I'm quite uncomfortable, able to move about and stuff, but just discomfort. Kind of a bit like period cramps, but like 3-4 times worse. So I think it will take me a couple of days to actually recover. We're just gearing up for the call tomorrow from the embryologist to see how many have fertilised, which we are absolutely terrified about. But to get 14 eggs was much more than we ever expected, so we're keeping everything crossed. It's the day after egg collection.
10:35.
10:35 in the morning, and I think we woke up at like around 4 a.m. really stressed, really nervous, because this is where it all went wrong for us last time, and we had a very poor fertilisation rate. The embryologist called at about 9:30, I think, and we're really happy because it's much higher than last time. So of the 14 eggs we had collected yesterday, 13 were mature, which is really good news. And of those 13, 8 have fertilised. They did say one more it might be 9, but it was going a bit slow, so we're kind of sticking to the 8, which is fantastic and almost triple what we had last time. So this is thanks to ICSI.
Yeah.
This is much more in line with how things should unfold in IVF. So we were mega happy yesterday with the egg count. We are mega happy today with the fertilisation count. Still terrified.
Yeah, because anything can happen.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when they were doing the scans, they were kind of saying, oh, hopefully we could get 10 eggs. So we kept that in our mind that 10 would be amazing, because this is what they said.
Yeah.
So when they said 14 yesterday, we were like, wow. And obviously we were like thinking, okay, how many are mature? And I thought probably out of the 14, probably 8, because I said 10 last time, so in the scan. But yeah.
So now we have to wait for the day 3 phone call. You're just constantly terrified because you think, okay, we have 8, which is amazing. That, say if they call on Monday and say you've only got 1, or say if they call and say actually you've got nothing. Because after last time, honestly, I just constantly fear the absolute worst.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, their focus is getting us to transfer and getting us something to transfer. But after last time, which we were very lucky to make it to transfer with our numbers, we really want to make a transfer and have at least something to freeze.
Yeah.
So that's what
something of good quality.
Yeah, I'll take anything at the moment. Preferably of good quality, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe embryoscope has helped as well, having them in the embryoscope. You know,
we will never know. I mean,
we'll never know.
If we end up with a good result this time, I mean, good numbers at least.
Yeah.
We will never know what worked, but the combination at the moment with ICSI and the embryoscope seems to have made our difference so far.
Yeah.
So let's see if it carries on.
Yeah. So so we've got ICSI's made a huge difference. Embryoscope may well have made a difference.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll make it to transfer and use some embryo glue. And also the other thing that I forgot to mention yesterday is progesterone. So because I had a chemical pregnancy, which is a very early miscarriage, from our first IVF cycle, they said to up my dose of progesterone in case that was a problem that led to the pregnancy not continuing. So I've got 2 pessaries a day, which I had last time, and I took my first one this morning like a pro. Like I was just like, yeah, I've done this before, that's fine. But I've also got progesterone injections, which are called Lubion injections, and I'm kind of a bit like, oh God, because it was nice to just be like, okay, these are all the injections from the cycle, and we're all done, but no, we've got a new one to start, which we're going to do now.
Wish us luck.
Muriel has been brilliant, haven't you? She's been so good. I think it's really hard being the person who has to kind of support and not necessarily going into doing the medical procedures, because you feel a bit like
powerless.
Powerless.
But yeah, I mean, when I see you doing I don't see you, but I know you're doing the pessaries. I'm happy to be the one watching.
You don't watch?
No, it's the one I meant. I don't watch it.
You're happy to be the one not doing it.
No,
yeah, it's like you're in the lab. Yeah,
I like that.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
Don't speak too soon.
So you have lavender.
Yeah. So this one is a sweet scent.
You get Occitanie.
What notes are in it?
So I can see a note of vanilla.
Yeah.
And papaya.
That's a strange combination.
Vanilla, papaya, yeah.
I worked in perfumery for many years, didn't I? So I know some stuff, but I don't know anything about Lubion. They said to use what is already in the bottle. So everything that's in there, we use the lot. And the syringes are very different. They're very diddly little things.
Yeah.
Mate, that's quite a lot.
Oh no, hang on.
Okay, let's do this. Just saying it's like an oil-based thing, so it's quite a different drug And I'm a bit like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do injections again because I was still bruised from the end of the cycle. I'm still in pain from the egg collection yesterday. But basically, shut up and get on with it.
It's harder.
It is hard.
Yeah, do you want me to do it?
Yeah, sorry. Can you... So first injection didn't go so well. Well, it went well in that it didn't sting. Actually, administering it was fine. But I need Embryo to help me, and also I'm still very bruised, so actually getting the needle in really hurt. And our big downfall is I keep saying to Muriel, stop talking to me when I'm injecting, because she doesn't say like, come on, you're doing good, you're doing good. She'll say something funny, okay? And I've had a problem in terms of laughing whilst doing these injections. And she said, what did you say? You said something like, it's the oil is good. You said something silly, and I just laughed, and the injection started coming out. So I said to her, if you're going to help me, be silent and don't say anything.
I'm a trophy wife.
Say nothing.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll update you in the coming days. We're going to collapse now. So today is day 3. We are waiting for the day 3 update. I am just about to start teaching, so I did say to the clinic, please call me either before 11 or after 1, because I'm teaching between 11 and 1, and it's actually 2 minutes to 11 and they haven't called me. So I'm going to have to try and get through the next 2 hours of teaching, pretending like I'm waiting for nothing, and then when it gets to 1 o'clock, crank the phone back up on loud and hope they call soon, because this wait is just absolutely unbearable. So fingers crossed we'll have some half decent news in the coming hours. So I just finished teaching and I had a missed call from the clinic, a voicemail saying that please ring back so we can book you in for your embryo transfer, which I have just done. But it's exactly the same thing that happened last time. They call you to say, we'd like to book you in for your embryo transfer, here's all the info, and then you have no idea how many embryos you have. You assume you at least have 1, if not you wouldn't be booked in for the transfer, but I don't know whether I have 1, 2, 8, 5, no idea. So still waiting for the embryologist to call, and this is, by a billion million miles, the worst part. So it's now the next day, we're on day 4, and I did get the call eventually yesterday on day 3 at around 3 p.m. And it was a really tedious day and a tedious wait, but we were thrilled because the embryologist said that we have 7 embryos going. So actually we ended up with 9 fertilised, so the one that they didn't think would pick up did pick up. And from those 9, we have 7 that had formed blastocysts, which is fantastic. And she said they needed to have formed between 7 to 9 cells, and we have 1 with 9 cells, which is really great. We had, I think it was 5 with 8 cells and 1 with 7 cells. She also said to expect a 50% drop-off rate, so the chances are when I go in for my transfer tomorrow on day 5, we may have 3 if we're lucky. So I think if I can get there tomorrow and they say they have a decent blastocyst to transfer and a couple to freeze, I will be absolutely ecstatic, because it will be such a massive improvement from our last cycle. So that's what we're hoping for. The only negative thing is that now, because we're going into lockdown again in the UK, they've said that Muriel can't come in with me to the transfer in the recovery room. She was never allowed into the actual kind of theatre, but she was allowed to wait for me in recovery, and she can't do that anymore. So I'll be going in there on my own, which is sad, and I feel really bad for her. But you know, we're lucky that the clinics are staying open this time. We've made it, we've got the opportunity, and we'll get it done. I am being sedated again for this transfer, so it will take me kind of a couple more hours to be conscious and wake up and then sort myself out. So I think I'll be pretty tired, but I'm just looking forward to getting to that stage. It is also my birthday tomorrow, funnily enough, so I seriously haven't registered that it's my birthday. It doesn't feel like it's going to be my birthday. Genuinely don't care about it, would rather just cancel it completely, but obviously people will be jumping up and down and sending me messages and calling me and goodness knows what. So for most of them I have to pretend that nothing's going on, so that will be difficult, but yeah, we will see. I hope that it being my birthday gives me a bit of luck, but as we learned from our last cycle with the transfer being on our anniversary, dates don't really mean anything. You just have to hope that luck sits with you this time, and if it doesn't, it will catch you next time. So see you tomorrow for the transfer.